Welcome to ASD Shine Bright. My name is Corey Young, as part of Team ASD. I'm here at awesome South Anchorage High School, home of the Wolverines. I'm here with some exciting students that are part of the South Anchorage Civic Leadership Program. How are you guys doing? Great. Awesome. It's lunchtime, guys, and they're doing testing, so we're going to give them a lot of grace because they need to eat. Eating is important, and it helps them feel for the stuff they're doing. So let's get into this. Let's talk about the Civics program, the leadership program. Who wants to tell me what the Civics program is all about, the Civic Leadership Program is all about?
Leadership program is really about teaching the new generation how to be a great citizen and a person to the community and help out with the community as a whole with volunteer hours and all that. And while doing that, you also get college credit. And it'll look great on your transcript as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of wins with that. Can somebody explain to me kind of some of the things you guys are doing as part of community service of the program?
So the main project for the Civic Leadership Program that we're doing senior year will be a TED Talk. And the TED Talk is based on 80 volunteer hours that we do with a specific organization of our choice to help the community out.
So right now I'm working with Bear Valley local elementary school to sort of help out volunteering, and I'm learning a lot about how that school works and how they function and how they teach the kids and learn about that. It's a pretty awesome experience.
Awesome. Can I have Mr. Allman, Principal Allman, can you kind of explain to me kind of like why you love this program and what does it mean for some of the students?
When we got back from COVID, we just saw that kids were more disconnected from our public institutions and their communities than they had been probably ever before. So in an effort to get kids re-engaged in academics as well as hopefully improve their own communities with those skills, we dreamed up this program almost right after we got back, returned to school from COVID, and it's been a 3 to 4 year build process. And so we're really eager for next year's seniors to be the very first cohort to come through our program and also be recognized as Civic Leadership Program graduates.
So Ms. Miller, Sarah Miller, she's the one of the counselors here, awesome counselor. She also was the Alaska Counselor of the Year. We should all give her a round of applause for that. I know she didn't ask for that, I'm just saying that, but I think that's awesome. But as part of that though, with this program, if you kind of can explain, obviously Principal Allman talked about like why it happened during COVID and stuff like that, but what have you seen? What are some of the fruits you've seen and how your students have kind of shined?
Yeah, we realized coming back from the pandemic that not only were students kind of not engaged with the community and each other because of the isolation, mental health crisis was kind of hitting its peak. And so one of the biggest things to kind of combat that anxiety and loneliness is to give back. And so I also work for a lot of nonprofits where we just can't find volunteers. And so we were like trying to brainstorm a way to include that into their high school curriculum. And so kind of this program was born, which is kind of enrichment in their English and history classes, which is that dual credit that Ming talked about earlier, so they're earning college credits, as well as learning how to be just a committed citizen to their community, which I think is super important for mental health and just to have a great community. So, and one of our teachers here is going to talk about her class.
Oh yes, please.
Sure. One of the things that we focused on as well, in addition to the volunteerism and the emphasis on accountability within your community, are the skills that we felt would make them more successful in their college experience and then in their careers. And so the English and history classes that are part of the program focus on Socratic seminar style discussions where students have to do a lot of research before they come to the discussion itself. They have to back up their claims. The essays serve the same purpose, to really get them to think through why they think what they think, and then defend themselves, whether it's in conversation or in their writing. And so we try to teach them those critical thinking skills that we think are really valuable and the communication skills that we think are really valuable later in life, and then watch them make the connections between their classes. As they bring what they've learned in philosophy into their classes in English and what they're learning in history into philosophy, et cetera. And so it's pretty cool to watch them make those connections as well.
I'm super impressed. Volunteerism is a big deal. I know in a lot of colleges where I assume a lot of you guys will be going in universities, it's like a requirement to volunteer. Have you guys thought about that beyond high school with this program? It's kind of giving you like a foundation to volunteer for life, not necessarily because you have to, or because it's part of a class, but because you just want to. Have you guys thought about that?
Yeah, so volunteering is something that I've been doing for a long time. I've been doing it since I was like 12 or something. But it's been something that's always been important to me, and this program helps build a foundation. It gives me some new ways to look at it and kind of opens up some other things that I can do later on.
What is the rest of the student body? Have you guys talked to them about this? Do your fellow classmates, maybe underclassmen, ask about, like, what is the program? What is it about? Has anybody ever asked about it?
It is neat to see how, we did build this from the ground up. And so this year, more than any, I've gotten more inquiries from students from around the district about the program. And so students that might have been zoned for other schools are now emailing about, what it's like, and they've heard good things. And so more and more people from around the district are wanting to be part of it, which is exciting. I think that's why we built it, is to, reach out lots of students in the community. So it's exciting that there is that groundswell movement that's happening now.
I do want to recognize the University of Alaska Anchorage. There are teaching partners in this. They're part of the reason that we can offer college credit. So our students have gone to Philosophy Bowl and other competitions on the collegiate side that are an extension of the instruction here. And of course, like, this program is fairly new on the UA campus as well, and they've celebrated it also in their internal communication. So I think there's just a growing understanding in the Anchorage community that this is a one-of-a-kind program, as Sarah mentioned, ground-up build. So we're motivated to keep it here and show its success well into the future, because, like I said, our first cohort will be graduating and going to college, and it may be very likely that some of them go to UA because they have quite a lot of hours on their transcript by the time they leave high school as a result of being in the program.
Oh, wow. So how many of you guys, how many credits are we talking about?
27 to 30 college credits. As like we said, we're still building each year. So between 27 to 30 college credits, which that's pretty exciting. It's a good first step for college.
That is 100% awesome. You guys don't realize how much money you're saving there, to be honest. How about you? Can I ask you a question in terms of, what are some of the things that you've learned from this program?
My favorite thing about the program in general is that it's really intellectually stimulating, and you're also voluntarily in a space where everybody else is like-minded in that they want to improve themselves and further their education and become more civically involved. And I think that's really cool. I think another super important thing that we focus on a lot, and that the teachers focus on a lot, is helping us kids learn. We're forced to learn how to articulate our thoughts really well, and also to communicate them really well. And that's a really difficult thing to do, especially at our age, I think. And so starting that process sort of early on is really important.
What do you want to do? What is your next step?
Like beyond high school? Well, definitely want to go to college, and probably, if possible, go on to like medical school, I think. And I think even if you're planning on going for like more of a prestigious sort of education, you can still be in this program and still benefit a lot from it. You don't have to go the rigid AP course, because it gives you so many valuable, I'm blanking.
No, it's good. I'm only asking.
Valuable skills.
Yeah, I love it because you give an insight. It's making you guys think about what your futures are. I mean, you guys are all seniors, so that's already the next step. What about one of you guys in terms of like what your next steps are?
Yeah, so I think definitely further education is definitely something that we're all considering. The option with UAA and other WUI schools potentially to transfer the credits is very, very valuable. Saves a lot of money on our parts and really does help us out. And I'll be very interested to see, I think some of us, at least I'm considering international education. And so whether those credits apply or not is something that I would love to look into. But even if they don't apply, still the whole civically minded aspect of this program is very valuable. Yes, the credits are fantastic, but the volunteer experience and gaining all these skills, like previously mentioned, about working within a community and articulating your thoughts is really important. And so I'm looking forward to applying that in college. And whether I go internationally or not, whether those credits get transferred, I'm looking forward to that. And those skills can't really be replaced otherwise.
I love it. If somebody was giving us a pitch to your fellow South Wolverines to be part of this program, what would you say?
It gives you a new way to look at the world. It's a different perspective that you don't often see much in our culture anymore. So it's a different way to look at the world and just see how the world works around you instead of just being focused on yourself. And it gives you college credits while you're at it, so that's a big plus.
You guys, a great sales pitch. I really love the insightful conversation. You guys should definitely check it out if you're at South, but if you're inquiring about it, please contact Ms. Miller and Chip Wallman and the wonderful staff here. Thank you guys for watching ASD Shine Bright. Please watch us on YouTube and also on Facebook, and also we're on Spotify. And we'd love to see you guys. Until next time, guys. Thank you.